Hey guys, Natasha here with Spirit Release Academy. And I thought today that we would talk about something that comes up a lot given what we do. And it has to do with spirit attachments. So, what is a spirit attachment? And how do you know if you need a spirit release session? One question people often ask is, can something really be affecting my energy, my emotions, or my thoughts and actions? And of course, in spirit release work, the answer is many times, yes. We believe that that can happen. But I want to explain it in a really calm and grounded way because this is definitely not about fear. And a spirit attachment, it's really simply the idea that an outside influence can be connected to a person's energy field in some way or other. It doesn't mean the person's bad. It doesn't mean that they've done anything wrong at all. And it doesn't mean that they need to be afraid. It really just means that there's something present there that's not fully aligned with their energy, with their well-being, and definitely not their sovereignty. So people describe it in many different ways. They might say, "Man, I just don't feel like myself today, or I feel heavy. I feel drained. No matter what I do, I just can't get my oomph back. I can't get my joy." Some people feel emotionally up and down. They might feel foggy or unusually negative. I feel like something's just not quite right. And so this is where we have to be a little careful because, of course, not everything is a spirit attachment. People go through stress, people go through grief, they experience trauma, burnout, depression, anxiety, relationship struggles, health issues, all kinds of stuff that's very human. So when someone asks, how do I know if I need a spirit release? Or maybe I'm just feeling off and I need to have some emotional support or maybe take some time off. My answer is usually we look at the whole person because we don't want to jump straight into a absolute spiritual explanation for everything. A person, they're physically, emotional, and spiritual because all of those layers matter. We're very multi-dimensional and faceted beings. So sometimes what they need most is just rest. Sometimes they need support from a friend or maybe a therapist or a healthcare provider. Sometimes they need grounding, nervous system support, healthier boundaries, absolutely. That's very common. Or maybe they just need some more time to process something that they've been through. But many times there is a spiritual component that's worth exploring. And that's why spirit release should never be fear based. It should be thoughtful, and we're always compassionate and take into account the whole person's respectful of the whole person's full experience. And at Spirit Release Academy, the goal is not to convince people that everything is spiritual. And if there is something spiritual or energetic that's affecting someone, we always approach that calmly, and we have a protocol for safety within the structure. What someone is experiencing points more toward emotional, mental, or physical support, that absolutely matters as well. Because real spiritual work that's never takes someone away from common sense. It helps them feel more supported and grounded, and we always want them to be more connected to themselves in the end. So, yes, of course, spiritual attachment, that is something we work with. That's our jam. That's our whole approach. But we don't approach it with panic. We approach it with care. And we always look at what the person is experiencing. We always respect the human side of what they're going through. And we ask ourselves, so what support is really needed here? Because the heart of the work is not fear. We always want to bring clarity, we bring healing, and in the end, we bring sovereignty because that's what helps people to heal because they must be sovereign before anything else is going to be effective. We help people return to themselves. We want them to have more peace and strength and understanding. And even though not everything is a spirit attachment, that spiritual layer is very important and it's worth exploring with care, clarity, compassion, support, and purpose. And that's what we do here at Spirit Release Academy. We make sure that people are completely clear and sovereign in their own beings and in their own power, so that whenever they are going forward with their healing, if they need to carry that forward with different avenues, that they are perfectly clear and ready to do so. So, thanks so much. If you guys have any questions or you're interested in what we do, just shoot us an email at contact@spiritreleaseacademy.com. And thanks so much. Till next time.